Hello there, as we welcome our viewers in the Gambia and around the world, this is News Review. My name is Lamin Jai. Coming up, opposition APRC says it will not be playing any key role in agitations for President Adama Barrow to step down in December. Also coming up, a panoramic investigation by the Fatu Network has laid bare the numerous but often underreported problems that characterize the Barkway journey. These and more coming up. But first, we will do a review of the newspapers. And I am joined by Fatu Sise. She will be doing the papers. Fatu, welcome.
Thank you, Lamin.
So, what are the papers today? What do we have?
We have Point and Foria with me today.
Yes.
The Point headline reads, 2 foreign affairs officers arrested for passport fraud. BP begins environmental impact assessment. Lead counsel, there may be parts 2-3 of Jungler's testimonies. Gambia to boost ties with Japan as Vice President leaves for TCAD. The top stories read, BP begins environmental impact assessment. The British Petroleum Company, BP, has recently organized a meeting with the coastal community of Sanyang and other settlements along the coastline in Combo South as the oil giant continues its environmental and social impact assessment studies of coastlines following a signature on explorations of Block A1 oil well project in the country. The meeting was attended by members of the village development committees, the representative of the Alcalo of Sanyang, fishermen, fire and sea rescue, security personnel, staff of fisheries department and the community environmentalists. It has, however, raised concerns over potential environmental impact of planned oil explorations and also the possible hampering of the livelihood of fishermen who are daily engaged in their fishing activities as a source of living. Lead counsel, there may be parts 2-3 of Jungler's testimonies. Following series of confession before the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission, TRRC, by members of the hit squad Junglers of the former President Yahya Jammeh, many people are eager to hear more testimonies in part 2 of Jungler's confession. This came to light after the completion of the first hearing of the Junglers, as the lead counsel Esa Fall disclosed that there may be Junglers parts 2 and 3, a disclosure that makes many Gambians eager to hear the other confessions on how Jammeh ordered the killings of innocent citizens. Gambia to boost ties with Japan as Vice President leaves for TCAD. The Gambia Vice President Dr. Aissatou Toure, accompanied by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Mamadou Tangara, Monday, August 26, will leave the Gambia for Japan to attend the 7th Tokyo International Conference on African Development in Yokohama, Japan. The annual conference that attracts African heads of state, notably Nigerian's President Muhammad Buhari, will be held from 28th to 30th August 2019. This year's summit theme, Advancing Africa's Development Through People's Technology and Innovation, is expected to bridge the gap for greater economic cooperation between the Gambia and Japan in the areas of agriculture, science, and technology. And Foria headline reads, Aliu Jallow detained for over 25 days without court appearance. Last flight of Gambia pilgrims in Mecca left in dividing line. GPU launches over $2 million grant to promote access to information media freedom. Aliu Jallow detained over 25 days without court appearance. A litigant who won a civil suit at Brikama Magistrates Court has been held under custody for 25 days after Combo North District Tribunal received complaint regarding the same land. After being given possession of the land by Brikama Magistrates Court, Aliu Jallow was sent to Mile 2 prison on 1st August 2019 on the order of Chief of the area for allegedly commencing development on the said land in which the judgment was entered in his favor. Foria has been informed by the wife of Mr. Jallow that it is Chief Mamadou Bojang who ordered for Jallow's detention. Last flight of Gambian pilgrims in Mecca left in dividing line. Foria has been reliably informed that the last batch of Gambian pilgrims in Mecca have been returned to Jeddah with no official information advanced for the cancellation of the flight. Foria has been reliably informed that the pilgrims were at the airport awaiting their flight to come to the Gambia, but were sent back to their hotel without any explanation by the airline staff. That's all we have for you on the newspapers. Over to you, Lamin.
Fatu, thank you very much for the papers there. So now opposition APRC will not be playing any key role in the planned December protest to force President Adama Barrow to honor his promise of stepping down after 3 years in office. This is according to the party's interim leader, Fabakary Tombong Jatta, over the weekend in a APRC rally in Latrikunda. German said that the party will not assume, or the party will assume a spectator role in the agitations for President Barrow to step aside. More in this report.
Yalong kabri bafula ko sanji saba ibafula ko free visa ibuka ko APRC nkoli ikafo la molle so ida mali ya bondi nyoto ito ndol ba handira jede bari mbeta mu nyim bankoti de ndol be lo rinne ndol le mo defariti toro be ndol le bulu diamula ya ko janne ako APRC is golden nimmal la damen to titano ware lanka ndol ko APRC kol ndata yin sanji saba sanji lulu ndata ji bari mu Gambia diwol tinte Gambia gila be tinya ni wato sita kirib karabo keda ndol baji be na bun tolem toñati mune mun tol lan nafati Gambian ko lan nafati mbe toro fayla fet nga fo bulu bale wara mara nga dame to jodi do be nga borje anu lada dawda kan wolta be ke nilla ko sangi sabatita wolina be bad nilla ko sangi sabobe kelale barobe jidale wolina be.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm going to replace my AfriCell 3G SIM card.
Why use a 3G SIM card when you have a 4G phone? Replace your 3G SIM card today for the real AfriCell 4G SIM and receive 1 GB of internet data for free.
Really?
Yes, get 1 GB for free just by replacing your SIM card at any AfriCell outlet.
With no loss of contact, the cost of bundle from the 3G SIM card is the same for the 4G SIM.
And guess what? With the 4G SIM card, you can also connect to the 3G network as well.
This is so cool. I'll replace my 3G SIM card right away to the real 4G SIM and receive my very own 1 GB for free.
From AfriCell, it's always real and it's for free.
Where AfriCell goes, no one has the speed to follow.
APRC's Fabakary Tombong Jatta there saying his party will be sitting on the fence if people descend onto the streets in December to ensure President Adama Barrow's compliance with the coalition manifesto. Now, despite its size, the Gambia has been one of the countries that has seen a significant chunk of its youthful population embarking upon the irregular migration to Europe in recent years. The search for socio-economic advancement has seen many Gambian youth opting for the dangerous land and sea journeys to Europe. But while many made it to Europe, some that are set up for the journeys are still unaccounted for by their loved ones. There are no shortage of Gambian migrants being kidnapped, maimed, imprisoned, or even killed in Libya or in the Sahara Desert. And this is why families of 3 Gambian youths or boys that set out on the perilous journey to Europe since 2016 are in a deep state of despair, anxiety, and limbo. Since 2016, these families have not heard from their loved ones, highlighting some of the complexities involved in irregular migration to Europe in recent past. A panoramic investigation by the Farun Network lays bare the numerous but often unreported problems that characterize the Barkway. The special report titled Barkway, the Missing 3 now airs. It is a journey that many Gambian youths venture into, even if they are going to lose their lives. One has to really make up his mind. The journey to Europe through the Barkway is shrouded in hardship, a kind of hardship that very few can really fathom. While thousands of Gambian youths who embark on this journey would end up reaching their destination, thousands more would not. Some would die, while some would get stranded in countries that they must pass through. But 3 Gambian boys who decided to go to Europe through the Barkway have had their trip beset by mystery. This is the story of Omar Njai, Gelajo Bah, and Bubakar Jallow, who left for the Barkway and have never been heard from for years. Omar was born into a loving family on 24th January 1994. He was his mother's 5th child.
Ngawulu 94 January on the 24. Ngadundi karambungu so karanta for alayake ajita.
Growing up at his family home in Brikama, Omar appeared to be his family's future breadwinner. He had big dreams. He was religious too.
Amanke pour ngawulu de bari ala misilme yatimata bake. Ala misilme yatimata andu akuluta fanan. Na nyin ko nyota hanika bi ke bal ku sikan ibe duwa kela pour ala ya fintindi kayra kon. Kantun to lanin jamango hani chabo do be chabol talale bari kilingo ya diatel.
Fanya ko aldo adoro ninga nanyi masters bank. Ninkata janko di tuyat ngaldema. Wadama Omar katwala bar Omar na man tama ko fontole.
After excelling in high school, Omar enrolled in MDI, where he was studying ACCA.
Abala masters kekan MDI wato la tata.
But the fact that Omar's eyes were all along set on the prize must have made him a little impatient in life. So one fine morning, he decided to bring the curtain down on his ACCA course at MDI and venture into a more worthwhile, even if dangerous enterprise, or so he thought. And that enterprise was to leave for Europe through the Barkway.
Anata ntelanga 300 yala nkai purila pass wakata school ay huchika anata ja o Friday so mandale ngamre bota jay tata
man saranna de amam fenne fonyaji ale alam pour abala karango bulala eta hani o enterem bakele bira tatale nata kalamuta kantu aya tara e ngasilole soton tamtan tatan ya badib atele fango yimbondi fo Westfield ay moto nyini ay ndundi je moto me bita fo bato bita fo ferioto wolunem famata jel.
Omar didn't travel to Libya alone. He had all along planned the trip with his cousin Gelajo Bah.
Tanina sister la kadiyamo bake memo tedditi ha mosle ndakatara do ko dulal ninjita ninata mba ma ko nyeko Omar wole kolkele iko ebe Mali iko kodokiye nko mbama ko alkana kodokiye ala fo murunna yela school bank because ibn university la.
Gelajo was born in Latrikunda Sabiji on 12th June 1990. Growing up, Gelajo's family showered him with love, even after him losing his father when he was still not born.
Gelajo, he was my dad's youngest son, and We used to call him Boy, in fact, when he was young, because he was named after my dad. You know, my dad passed away before he was born, so he was named after my dad. So we all loved him like, you know, he was our father, you know. He's been the younger brother who has been there without the dad, you know, at that young age. So we all loved him so much and we cherished him.
It was in 2015 when Galajo and his family moved from Latrikunda Sabiji to Farato. He decided to journey to Libya in an attempt to reach Europe the next year.
We moved to Farato, if I can remember, in June 2015.
So June 2015, so it will be correct to say that he left a few months, maybe 8 months after moving to Farato, right?
Yeah, like that, because it's less than a year.
Omar and Galajo left the Gambia on 4th March 2016. They first went to Senegal, where they started their journey in earnest. And once they got to Mali, they contacted their family back home.
Actually, he did not discuss it with me, but, you know, he went to somebody and tried to get some money from him. And that person told my younger sister that, you know, my brother went there to get some money from him. And he was thinking maybe my brother wanted to go through the back way. So when I got the information, I called him and I consulted him. I told him that, you know, you don't need to go. You know, you have a lot of things, bright future ahead of you. So I think you should just stay here, concentrate on your education. You know, in future, you can go to Europe or America, anywhere you want to be. I understand he went through Senegal to Kaolack. That's where he boarded those buses to go to Bamako, I understand. So I did not hear from him until he got to Bamako. That was when he called us.
Omar's mother, upon realizing the boys were running into trouble, requested that they return home.
After inata ko roke eko ifutata mali butu ntol ko eko ali murna nte fango nila diamo mansia bakede because Galajo fango len kol akonye ntol ntelen Galajo len futata mali nko mala nkai murna ako hani ntol te murna nkai nko murna akonye Umar felay Umar den nko Umar akona nkai murna ako hani nkai billah nkai fama be kam farim bakede nkai biringal nama najabe kumbola nama ke lenin tamut.
Once money was wired to them, the two boys continued their journey and finally arrived in Libya after 2 weeks. Once they arrived in Libya, Omar and Galajo contacted their family back home and told them they were now in Libya.
When he got to Bamako, because when he was going, you know, we did not give him any money. So when he got to Bamako, he called us to say that, you know, he wanted us to send him some money. And initially, we said no, we were reluctant. We said, no, we are not going to send you money. You need to come back. But he is a stubborn-headed boy. He said, no, he was not coming back. If we don't want to send him money, that's fine. He was going to stay there, but he will not come back. So I think it took us a few days, and we knew that he was not going to come back. So we decided to send him some money there in Bamako. And when he got that money, he did not call us until when he got to Libya. He called us with a Libyan number to tell us that now he's in Libya.
At first, the news of the arrival of Omar and Galajo in Libya came as big relief for their family, especially after the boys telling them that they will call back and furnish them with a number that they can be reached on. What the family didn't know, sadly, was that they would not be hearing from their loved ones again in a very long time.
When he called us with that Libyan number, that was the first time. I think the second, no, he called us twice when he was in Libya. The second time he called us with a WhatsApp number, but the number is a Gambian number. And he told us that, you know, we are not staying with this boy, but anytime you want to reach us, if you call him, he's going to give us the information. But later on, I think 3-4 days after we spoke with them, the boy was never online again.
Nteni man diam.
It's been over 3 years since Omar Njie and Galajo Bah left the Gambia for Libya in their attempt to reach Europe. The last time their family heard from them was on 26th May 2016. One thing has happened behind their backs though. Their houses have new occupants. So this house behind me was where Gelajo Bah was living in before he left the Gambia for Libya in an attempt to reach Europe. And now, after more than 3 years of him leaving, the house is now being occupied by his cousin. Gelajo's sister misses him
so much.
Like Omar, Gelajo too was studying ACCA, but Gelajo was not enrolled in MDI. He was rather at Grace Institute. The school's principal describes him as quiet and obedient.
It's very, very painful because I'm also a parent. He was like a son to me. It's really sad because I had wanted him to be a qualified accountant, but unfortunately, he had his own plan. I was really disappointed. Anyway, I don't know how to describe it, but I felt it so much. Because this boy hardly disturbs anybody. Does not even quarrel with anybody. So quiet, so obedient.
It is not only Omar and Gelajo who have gone the back way and have not been heard from for a very long time. Boubacar Jallow was only 18 years old when he woke his 53-year-old mother at 4 a.m. on a Thursday 3 years ago and told her he was traveling to Europe.
Kabira abita duntum mankumasa awulta ako tempitale ngoy Boubacar bita minto amma fonte abita bide abo aya fo doron bita nde bitala de ngay Boubacar atuje de malon fo sobe yalemba lunkilin doron awulta do ay sako ay bago muta akonte bita.
Born in Old Yundum on 1st January 1997, Boubacar had always wanted to lift his aging parents out of poverty. At the age of 16, Boubacar dropped out of school and proceeded to learn a trade. His chosen trade was tailoring. But just 2 years into tailoring, Boubacar told his mother tailoring wasn't something that could end their suffering.
Ay karalo no bakele akombatu ngata karalo jang apukajo sain doku obuka soto ya jamme tuma ya jamme mawuli ya jamme laf onkoto ako sain daru sain abekole yari nyame bayri akole yata batu ngata hani yemeccio soto jang ni sita ite fen soto la batu kambano lu beta tam fanam daru be nyame itol be nyame jang.
Boubacar has been gone for almost 3 years, and the last time his family heard from him was 1.5 years ago.
An asita sanji sabade abiratata
Sambirata dal nama nyomay
sinya kelinga koto makol akombe Maroko sinya kelin zero ay wala kol.
Having a loved one go missing can have a profound emotional effect on the family left behind. Boubacar's mother is living in a lot of pain.
Nyin mo bala fa
bala fa soto wallahi tawul maymuna tawul
ay ba fa bala fa soto bake wala tidna
His 70-year-old father, though, appears to be a bit stronger. So many young Gambians have risked their lives to leave the Gambia for Europe through the back way. The countries they go through include Senegal, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Libya. Once in Libya, they board boats bound for Italy.
Stay with me, okay? Look at me, look at me, look at me.
It was in 2015 when Alpha Barry of Dalo Busumbala decided to embark on the journey. The 28-year-old had spent the previous year farming and had saved up some money.
Talk rek, xool comme situation bu ma nekk situation bu ma nekk rek, bëgg a tekki rek, waaw te bëgg a teral suma comme suma waajur yi rek, moo ma taxoon génn fi pour dem, ne ko pour tax dem pour nekk foofu na comme Italie di kalangi comme déedéet, bëgg a tekki laa demoon rek, dimbal suma gars yi. Donc moo ma taxoon départ fi dem, parce que su ma lay ñax laa amee xaalis bi sàccu ma ko, lépp ma ko, su ma ñax laa ko amee dama bay full tool, dama dem nawet si ay këri pour la nawet. Moo doon nawet sa nit yi ngay wax ne comme kii booy kombo la booy kombo du dee bay ma am jombo ma bay ba mu jeex tag juróomi weer ma dem bi Dakar la jënte ko foofu noonu xaalis yu mat ma fay ma dem.
But everything didn't go as planned for Alpha, as he ended up getting caught in enormous hardship that started in the desert in Niger and ended in Libya.
Man su ma tolof ma daj biir waxuma la rek diggante comme Mali ak yooyu noonu yooyu bokkul yooyu ndaw la. waaye lu ma daj diggante Akades si desert bi war a dem Shaba loolu métti na trop métti na ñu bëri soo nekkul góor waaye nekkul ko xamante ne comme la ku ñeme tukki doo ko méeg foofu ngay des parce que xam nga lu bëri ñun lu ñu wax comme jul Tabaski ñun foofu la ko julee si desert bi ñun am na 10 days ñu ngi dox si desert bi ñun suñu ndox jeena ñun suñu sawi lañ doon jël di ko suukare ñuy naan suñu sawi lañ doon jël di ko def si garab bi di naan suñu sawi lañ jël di ko def si garab bi ñuy naan si after loolu yëpp bu passé loolu bu passé dem ba fu ñëw ak fu ñëw Naija benn teen bu mag la foofu dafa am benn gam daf doon root xam nga waa Naija la xam nga lu mu doon daal waaye nit ku ñu la daal daf doon root far baag bi ëpp ko doole dafa sonn amul lu ma lekk amul lu ma naan lu mu doon wëggee xam nga wëgg jël comme baag yu lay xëcc noonu loolu ëpp ko doole teen bi mun naa wax ne guddaay bi xóot na trop saa dugg si biir dee léegi bu ñu ñëwee fekk police yi ñu ngi wër foofu yëpp ñu ngi wër teen bi ñeneen fii doole fi naan ñeneen ñun dañoo naan ñeneen doole fi naan ñu ne la moo tax duñ fi naan ñu ne dafa am ko fa dee ñeneen ñu lijjantew ne ku dee ñun ne am ndox rek ñu naan bu ñoo dee ñu dee yëpp waaye dañoo naan parce que dañ mar ku dem ba jël sa seben di ko suukar di ko naan ko dafa mar dem ba tax na sama seben du ma la ko may parce que su ma la ko mayee man ma am seben bu may naanee man lii bi am naa fa 2 years ak some months parce que prison bi kese doon naa fa 1 year 6 months prison bi kese 1 year 6 months man si biir prison bi man demoon naa ba dëkk si man waxoon naa dama ñëwaat Gambie parce que man foofu laa dëkk man demoon naa ba biir ba ñu ne ma léegi yéen nekk leen fi ngeen naa baleel bii prison bi di raxas duus yi di indil gars lekk ñu lekk ñu loolu fa nekkoon afterwards waaye doo dee mën a am pese bi bu nga toog foofu parce que comme lu nekk tri sa morom bi Gambien waaye sa morom africain si yow si boobaa su ñu la wéyee pour nga dóor ñooñu loolu moo dóor parce que dañuy yàppaay ñu ne pour ma dóor ñu may leen man ñii su ma leen dóor dem maa rey parce que man su ma leen dóor man guddi man du ma nelaw man du maa dóor soo foog nga jëlee da nga dóor leen te da nga bu baax ngay dóor waaye nga ñëw leen doo jox gars lekk may leen maa jox gars ñu ne déedéet nga doo mën a puusam pour la gars parce que ñoo dafa doole.
Alpha owes gratitude to the Gambia government for arranging his deportation.
ngeen toog rek après gars yi xam nga nag laa ko mën a xam ambassadeur xam lan la nekk fii ku nekk Gambien fii xam nga Algérie xam nga Morocco xam nga moom moo dem foofu mu ne dafa delloo Gambien si yëpp mu ne xam nga ay non government baax yi na xam Adama Barrow ma yaa jame so afterwards may leen
Gambian ambassador
waaw so gars yi ba ñëw léegi pour ñu dox fekk man loolu fekk it was late fekk dafa late ñun balaa ñu fekk time boobu dëkk baa ngi fekk time prison baa ngi toj fekk time liberté mu ngi toj every time nga rek fetal tak doo xam man dama bes ma yi dafa am problème laa boy bi.
So with his experience, what does Alpha think of boys who have gone the back way and appear to have gone missing?
So andee ni su dee loolu noonu comme si xanaa nga xam ko de comme nga xam comme dëkk noonu ak foofu noonu fu mu dëkk nga xam ko nga ko nga ko ñu dee na loolu rek la wala comme information comme ni da daga si biir Libya bi ne man dama ànda di mu dee dama ànda mu dee léegi comme dafa fekk comme benn mbokkam mu fa mën na koo dégg rek mu ne diw dee na mu kool te kool du mën a kool plein li xanaa ko am fi dégg mooy ko mu ne la sa doom dee na loolu rek ko am fi dégg moo koy wax nit waaw te soo ko dee su dee foofu la mu koy bàyyi amul suul doo wax damaa suul diw déedéet foofu la moo teg ba mel ne ba yax bi yëpp tas yaram yëpp tas.
Libya became a reliable port to enter Europe in 2011 following the brutal political demise of Muammar Gaddafi. Thousands of Gambians have managed to enter Italy since 2011, and in 2016, 11,929 Gambians are said to have arrived in Italy and Greece. But the International Organization for Migration is saying Gambians who are arriving in Italy have now slowed.
Just to provide a bit of context, I guess, to the situation, in the past few years, of course, we've seen a lot of Gambians, as everyone knows, a lot of not just Gambians, but people from all over the continent in West Africa try to make it to Europe by irregular means. And a lot of that was, I guess, based on a lot of instability in Libya, which was taken advantage of by a lot of smugglers. At least from IOM's perspective, the number of voluntary returns that we have received in 2019 cannot be compared at all to the sheer number of returns we received in 2018, as well as especially in 2017. And even if you look at the data coming from the European Border Agency or Frontex, they break it down per nationality, per month arrival. You will see that there's a downward decline. So in 2016, they recorded 11,000 Gambians arriving in Europe. In 2017, they recorded 5,000 Gambians arriving in Europe. And in 2018 and 2019, it's nowhere near that number. So again, just to clarify, that number tells us that there are less number of Gambians arriving in Europe. We obviously find it very difficult to be able to record the number of Gambians leaving by irregular means because of the nature of the journey happening underground. But I think we can infer from those statistics that it is very likely that less Gambians are leaving the country by irregular means. The reasons behind that, we don't want to speculate, but hopefully a lot of the work organizations are doing to support returnees and empower youth in this country are contributing to that decrease.
Back in Brikama, the emotional impact that comes with Omar's disappearance is so significant, his family simply can't move on. They still wonder, they still wait. But it is Omar's mother who has been hit hardest.
There
are probably more families in the Gambia who have had a loved one go missing as a result of the back way and who have to try to cope with the mystery every day. Once a loved one goes missing, his family must live with the uncertainty and hope of finding what happened to him. It is about living in limbo. It is about teetering between hope and hopelessness. The pain simply is inexplicable.